Thanks for joining. We are inside day number 5 and today we have lab related to templates. Now templates, actually this is big topic and it may take some days to complete each and everything related to template. So template is what? Template is something that you have configuration and instead of doing CLI way, you can do in template way, means you can go and group those configuration in a small groups such as feature template and device template, and then you can go and push these templates to the devices. So templates are nothing but the configuration construct, and these templates they are actually very important to build the configurations. So when we are talking about template and we have lab today, we'll see that lab later on, but first 10 minutes I just wanted to explain you the template and what type of templates we have. So you'll find that we have feature template, a small templates like OMP, BGP, VPN 0, VPN 0 interfaces, etc. And then when you go and club all these things, then you have something called device feature template. FT is nothing but the feature template, and D here is nothing but the device. So device feature template. That means that from a smaller construct, you are building big configuration. Now again, there is one variation when we are coming to device feature template. You'll find that you have two types of device feature template. You may go and create CLI, or maybe I should rewrite this in other format. So device configuration, in other words, you will understand that you can go and create such as device feature template or CLI template or CLI construct. Now one thing is common in both these, that in both the places you can go and define variables. That is the common piece in between CLI template and device feature template. You can go and define the variables, but the way we are defining the variable inside CLI template is different. The way we are defining the variable inside the device feature template. Today, we are going to create, or we are going to learn about CLI feature template, and that is one of the a small portion we have in the lab exam. That exam will expect that you go and create the template, CLI template for VS Smart, and then so obviously you have to go and create the template from vmanage, and then you will push that template to VS Smart, right? Now, one very important thing in SD-WAN is this, that one device, suppose I have one VH device. This VH device, you can connect with vmanage, and then you can do the configuration to these VS devices. So in that case, it is termed as, this device is termed as that this device is in vmanage mode. Now, if you go and break this relationship, means if you go and detach the template from the vmanage, so you can attach and detach. If you attach, then it will be in the vmanage mode. If you go and detach the template, that means it is in its own mode. Then you can go and do the configuration changes and all. So what I'm telling here is this, that if I go and log into the device, any device, if I go here and this place, suppose I have one DCVS2, you can go to configuration, VPN 0, interface, Gigi, what interfaces we have? Okay, tunnel interface, and I can give color, for example, color blue and restrict, and then we can go and check show configuration. So it will tell you that this is the new configuration you are putting in this this interface. Now if you go and do validate, you can see this error. It will tell you that this device is in the vmanage mode. You can't do any CLI change. So here we have something called commit check and commit options, or commit check is equivalent to validate. So you can validate the configuration and then you can do the commit. But since this is in the vmanage mode, you can't do any changes. How we can go and check the devices that are in the vmanage mode? So let's quickly go to the vmanage dashboard. You can come to the dashboard. You can go to the configuration and device. Yeah, you can go to the configuration and devices. And once you are here, then suppose this device we are logged in DC1VH2. You can see here that this device is in the vmanage mode. See, it is telling the mode is vmanage. Now here there is no device, although it is showing CLI. So if you go and detach the template, so if I go here to the configuration and templates, and if you go to the device templates, and suppose there is one device, click here to this more button, and you have this option called detach devices. You simply select one, click detach. Now it will be scheduled, and you can see on top that some task is there. Some task has been scheduled. This is in progress. Now you can go back here to the configuration and the devices page. And once that will be done, then you will see that the DC1VH2 will show you CLI mode. Still it not completed. Once it is completed, you can see that mode will get changed. Now if the mode will get changed, then you can log into the device and you can do the changes. Now you may think that, do we have any use of detaching the device from vmanage and then attaching it? Maybe if you are doing some troubleshooting, you want to test something, you can detach that device from that mode. You can run all those tests, and again you create some new template with all those new test result, and you can reattach those configuration to the device. This is one of the nice thing we have now. You can see this become CLI mode. Now if I go and run that command, so let me quickly show you that. I will not execute it, but we can go there. And if I do commit check or validate, the commit check, now you can see validation completed. That means that now you can execute it. So I can go and type commit, and that particular configuration will be pushed to the device. Right. So that is one very important point. Now, next thing, that today we have a small lab related to creating the CLI template. And what I will do, I will create that template for the controllers VSmart1 and VSmart2. Now, if you go and check VSmart configuration, if I go and type show run, so you can see that over system-wide configuration, you have host name, system IP, site ID, organization name, vbond IP, right? These are the mandatory things that you have to give, at least 5. And then these are the default thing. You can leave it as it, no problem. AAA configuration, login NTP, then you have the OMP configuration, and you can see that you have VPN 0 configuration. Then you can see that you have this a VPN 512 configuration. It's nothing is there. The VPN 0 configuration. You can see how less this configuration is. It's very less, very minimum, right? But the thing here is this, that if you go and log into the production device, you will find same number of lines, because even in the production also, the controllers, we have very less configuration items. Only thing will come here in future if you go and create the policy. So those policy line will make this VS Smart configuration big and big and big. At the moment, this is the default configuration, and this will be there in all the everywhere, not more than this. So what is our task? So there is one problem that uh, we have to go and create one a small policy, right? And that policy, so what's the order of policy, how it is happening? Let me quickly draw here so you'll understand that from vmanage you have to create the policy. Suppose this P stand for policy, then vmanage will go and push that policy to vsmart, and then vsmart has to go and push this policy to whatever branch devices, whatever devices you want to push it. Suppose VH1 and VH2. So this policy will get pushed. If it is data policy, then these devices will download this policy. If it is not a data policy, so two policies are there, data policy, control policy. If it is a control policy, then that policy will reside at the level of vSmart. It will not get downloaded to the edge devices. Edge devices, they are downloading only the data policy from vSmart. That is again one nice thing we have in the SD-WAN fabric and some difference. So if someone will ask, oh, tell me one difference, one major difference between control policy and data policy. Control policy will reside at the level of vSmart. Later on, we have slides, we will understand more about that. And data policy, the VH will go and download that, right? So the point here is this, that you have to go and push the policy to edge devices, but when you are logging to vSmart, you are finding that the vSmart is in CLI mode. So let me quickly go here and go to the configuration and the where we are, the configuration and template and the device template. In this case, I think vSmart is in the vmanage mode. Yes, so let's detach it, make this. I will go and detach, but before detaching that, I just wanted to show you that this time you can see that vSmart, what type of template we have? Feature template. vSmart, they are running a feature template. That means if you go click here and if you go and click edit, then you will find all those feature template information such as basic information, transport and management VPN, and some additional configurations and all. So what we want, our lab task is this, that the first of all your vSmart, they are detached, they are in the CLI mode. Since they are in the CLI mode, so what we have to do, we have to log into the vSmart and then we have to create the CLI. For example, we want to create CLI template. So our task is this, that we have to create the CLI template. So what we can do here, and we can go and check the show running configuration first. Now you can see that if you do show run here, so line by line it is coming, right? Go ahead. If I go here, you want to push? No, I don't want to commit. If you do show run, so line by line the output is coming. In any case, if you don't want this thing, in Cisco devices we have something called terminal length 0, but here you have to type I think paginate off or something, false. If you type paginate false this command, then if you go and type show run, so single shot you will get all the output. Sometimes when we are taking the device backup manually, so this command is little bit useful, paginate false. Okay, so what we want here, let's go back, and what I want that I'll do paginate false because I want this whole output and I want to copy this whole output from where it is starting from here. I think I have run that command twice. Yeah, up to here. Okay. And then I will open Notepad. And let's go and paste this output here. Let me make this bigger so you can see it. All right, so I hope that you can see this. Now here you can see this is the whole configuration. We have this. I know that the password is admin, so admin. Now here you can see that we have this information related to VSmart, VSmart1. Likewise, I can go and create one more template. Let me go here. Maybe in the exam you have only one VSmart, so you have to do just for one VSmart. But in our case here we have two, so you have to do it twice here for this lab setup. Let's go and copy this as well. Okay, it's copied. Let's go and open our notepad. Paste here. All right, so you can see that we have full configuration, two configuration, and I want to create the template for both the configuration. Later on, I will show you how we can optimize. Let's go here and showing that one is successful, one is going on, no problem. Let's go back to the configuration and let's go back to the templates. And if you go to the device template, create template, see the CLI, we have both options, feature template, CLI template. CLI template, choose the model. That model is VSmart, VSmart1 template, VSmart template, and then I can go and paste. As it is, I'm not doing any change. I will show you that how we can go and change it. As it is, I'm putting, or you have option select file, and you can select the file as well, right? So I will go and click add. So now we have one VSmart1 template, and you can see the mode is CLI, right? Because we are not creating the feature template, the mode is CLI template. And then what you can do here, you have this option copy. This time I can go and make this as a VSmart2. This is for VSmart. Oops, VSmart2 template, copy it. And now we'll go and edit this. So I can go and click edit VSmart2 template. And then we have our other device. Simply we are doing copy paste. I can come here, I can delete the older configuration, put the new configuration, update. So now we have two CLI templates, and I can go here and then I can go attach VSmart1 to this template. Nothing changed, it's the same thing. And then I can go back, templates, feature templates. And then we can come here and then attach, and then we can go here, push. Failure. Already in progress. Something is wrong that I have done. No, it's actually the one of the VSmart is still, it is in the vmanage mode. Actually, if you go here and check the initial template, see still it is not detached VSmart2. That's why it is showing throwing error that you can't attach. First it should detach and then only we can go and attach. But anyways, so now you can see that VSmart1 is attached with this CLI template, right? And it's working in the, obviously it is in the vmanage mode, but the template itself is CLI. Okay, that's done. your exam scenario is done. This much you have to do. Now let's take our scenario. So how we can optimize this configuration? Our case is this, that we have two VS Smart, but instead of using these two template 1 and template 2, we want to use only one template. So in that case, how you can go and make this little bit generic, so one template can be utilized at two places. So obviously then in this case, we have to go and create the variables, right? So now if you check the configuration file 1 and configuration file 2, you can see that system IP is something which is different. Then you can see unrest everything is same, right? Then you can go, you can scroll down, scroll down, scroll down. Then you can see that the Ethernet 0 IP address is something which is different. And let's go and check here also. So one thing that you need to make variable is the system IP. And other thing that you need to make variable is the Ethernet 0 interface IP address, right? So if you create only two variables, so then you can go and attach one CLI template to two devices, right? So that thing we should do, but still I can see that this detachment is not done. So let me try to detach one more time. It has some validation issue, some issue. Actually, we have done two tasks here. One is the detachment and one is the attachment, and it is in progress. It is not detached fully, and so that's the problem. But anyways, at least we have one device where I can go and show you the creation of variables and all, right? So let me quickly show you that how you can create two variables, and these variables you can go and push to two VS Smart devices. Later on when you perform the lab, you can repeat the same task. So let's go here, click edit. So now we landed to the page where we have the configuration, and now you want to create variable, right? So what you do, simply select this, and then here you can see that you have this option called create variable, right? Just click there. What is the variable? What name you want to give? Variable system IP. Always remember, do not give the same key name. Use some prefix or suffix, etc. So system IP, before that I am using variable dash system IP. So now you will see that it became variable. Now it is in the double parenthesis in between. That means when I'll go and push this template, it will ask, oh, what is the value you are looking for? And then we can go here, we can scroll down. And then here you can see this IP. And this also we can go and create the variable. So this is VS Smart 1 VPN 0 ETH 0 IP address, like that. But you can create a small variable name. And now you should not type here VS Smart 1, because this is for VS Smart 1 and VS Smart 2 both. So I'll do one thing. Instead of VS Smart 1, VS Smart 1, VS underscore VS Smart 2. And even in the top as well, variable system IP. Actually, this is system IP for both. So you can give some name like system IP VS Smart 1, 2, like that, just any logical name. Smart spelling is some typo. Okay, no problem. So now we have this, and now you can see, because this is one attached template, so that's why it is asking that I don't have variable, I can't go next. If I click next, it will ask you the variable. Multiple things here. You can just click here in the column, although it is showing white, but you can hit here and you can put this variable, or you can click this three dots, click edit device, you can put like this, or you can download this. Once you download this, this will be downloaded in a Excel format. Okay, it is downloaded in Excel format. What you can do, that you can go here and then you can put the system IP, say 12.12.12.12. I know that system IP, that's why I'm putting. Then you can go and put the IP address for the VSmart1. So VSmart1, what's the IP we have over the interface? Let's see. Can go VPN 0 IP address. So this is 19. This is the IP. You can put this, right? And now you can save this file. So I can go and save this file. Okay, I'll go and simply save this file. April Smart. In my OneDrive, I have saved this. Let's save. Okay, so I'm showing you all these options. So you can go here, you can simply go here and simply you can put those two items. But in future, you will see that number of items will be more and more and more. What is happening? And this is one of the use case we are doing in the workplace, that suppose you have one router and that is going to deploy in remote site. I'm working in a head office, but some engineer in the remote site, he has to go and do the deployment. So I have access to vManage. I can create the template, and what he has to do, that he has to go and connect the interface. Later on, we'll understand more about that. This is something like ZTP or PNP process. But still, if you go and connect the interface, but what about VPN 0 IP address? What about other what about service VPN IP addresses and other parameters, maybe BGP is running or OSPF here, all those variables. So in that case, what we are doing, that we are emailing one Excel sheet with variables who have all these parameters like we have here. We are filling this IP and everything, long list that will be, and then we are emailing to that particular site. We're telling, okay, engineer, you have to go and attach the device, and then you have to push the template. While you push the template, simply upload this file. So what I'm telling, instead of putting the variables like this, because again error can happen, because here again we have to go and type manually things. So once you downloaded that, you can go and upload, and then I can go to Drive, and I can go and search some Excel and click upload. And now you can see variables got uploaded, right? So three things are there. You can simply double click here, put the variables, or you can click here, click edit. You can put the variables, or you can download from this download button, put those variables, send someone on site. He has to do only upload. He will upload, or someone will do all these exercise, send to me, and then I will upload like that. Click next. Configure the devices. It is in progress. So validation is successful. Now pushing the template is in progress. If you can see here green, that means it is fine. and job done. It is taking some time. Yeah, it's successful. So now if you go back here and put to the devices, oops. Now you will see that if you can go to the controllers page on top, controllers, click there, VSmart1. This is our template. Just now we have created, right? And it is working fine. And this is the CLI template. And this is the CLI template with the variable. Okay. So what we have done successfully, we have attached one of the CLI template to the VSmart. We have created even the variable CLI template as well. And one of the VSmart is working fine with that variable template. This way we can go and create that. Now, next thing that we have to go and create the feature templates, and with help of those feature templates, we have to go and play around. So I will not start the new session feature template. We'll save this for the next session, but I will show you some very important, small interesting things while you are pushing the template. Even you can validate or verify the configuration as well. And there are some theoretical points, very important theoretical points we have, just I want to highlight. So first of all, this particular diagram, you can see that vmanage is using netconf protocol to manage the configuration to the devices. And itself also it is running netconf to manage its own configuration. The other thing is this, that what is CLI mode, what is vmanage mode. So you can see if device template you push to the device, you can see it is in the vmanage mode, right? Here you can see that um, little change here, but same thing is here, not much change. What it is telling that if device is in the vmanage mode, you can't do any local changes. If it is not in the vmanage mode, you can do local changes. If you do local changes, you have to do the commit. And again, if you go and you do local changes, and then again, if you go and connect that device to the vmanage, so whatever changes that you have done, it will go wash out. And whatever template that is coming from vmanage, it will get pushed to the device. That is also one very important thing. Then there is one concept called rollback. Rollback is something is this, that by default it is 5 minutes. Suppose you have one template and you are pushing that template from vmanage to VS devices or WAN edge device. But in that template, you have some wrong configurations, some wrong vbond, something is wrong in that configuration. So what will happen? That vmanage will try to push the configuration and he will check that, okay, with this configuration device is okay or not. If it is not, then it will go and roll back that configuration within 5 minutes. So let me show you this because this concept is good. And the other thing you have is this, that while you are pushing the template, you can see the configuration changes as well. So those two things I will show you here. Let's go back to our newly created template that we have. Let's go back to the configuration and template. And we are here. This template is working fine for us. Here I can go edit. Before going there, let me quickly show you here. Just see that what is the host name for VSmart is VSmart1, right? Now what I will do here, that I'm just editing the variable. So again, it will ask us. Okay, it is asking the variable name. System IP is asking the system IP. Okay. Do we have host name as a, so host name is not a variable. So let me cancel. Let me quickly do this thing. I will make this host name as a variable and push the template one more time. just to show you some nice things that we have in SD-WAN. So go to host name, select it, make its variable generic host name, click update. Now it's asking host name. So VS Smart 1 testing. That's the new name putting. Now here at this page, you can go and click this place here. Once you click, it will tell you config preview, and it is telling that this is the configuration. But suppose if you want to check the difference between the last configuration and this configuration, you have to go and click to the config diff. And if this difference you want to see side by side, so now you can see that change the old configuration and new configuration, what changes are there. And if you have different changes, somewhere it will show you green, somewhere it will show you red, etc., etc. In this case, we have only one change. So that's why it is showing in this line that you have this change. Right. So this is one of the feature we have that you can, while pushing the template, you can see the change. Then other thing about this rollback. So here in the bottom, you can see that we have the rollback timer. By default, it is set to 5 minutes, but you have option that you can increase or decrease the rollback. Default timer is 5 minutes. Generally, we are not playing around with this option, but if any corner case or use case is there, if you want to roll back in 1 minute or 2 minutes, it's up to us. But by default, Cisco has set this to 5 minutes. Now you can go and push this configuration, and once I come back here, if it is 100% push, now you can see the name became testing because this is coming with the new template, updated template. Right.